right. Does anybody know what time it is, everybody?
Shark
Shark
time.
time.
That's right. All right. Now, for those of you who don't know, my name is Michael Forrest, and welcome to It's Shark Time. Now, before we get going, just a quick note about text messaging. When I'm up here on stage and I get a text message, it's the most distracting thing in the universe. It really is. Uh-oh. I blessed you, okay?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, good. I'm just making sure. You're going with the, and I was like, I'm trying to make the intro interesting. Oh no, he's already bored. What am I gonna do? All right, here we go. So yeah, when I get text messages up here, it's very distracting, and so I have them in the off position, which means if you send me a text, I won't receive it until after the show. I'll try to get back to you then. But really, the very best way to reach us is by joining our Discord, and you'll find the address on this beam right below me, right over here, with some of our other contact information. And writing stuff down is in VR, so really a great way to get that down is by taking a photograph of it and then go into the altvr.com website to pick up that photo. That's where those little camera buttons, when you hit them, that's where it ends up there in your menu wheel there. Speaking of your menu wheel, you will notice at the very top of your menu wheel, you see a microphone icon. Please be aware that we keep microphones open in this event. We like to interact with the audience. We like being able to hear you laugh. We like being able to talk back and forth. But if you're having making a conversation that's better suited for the campfire, or maybe you have some background noise that you don't know about, or maybe you're right under the camera and you're going, like that can happen, and a couple minutes later go by and you're like, and it keeps going like that on and on. And if that happens, sometimes one of my moderators or my producer might turn your microphone to red, being courteous to our YouTube audience. And if that should happen, don't be offended. You might have some background noise that you don't know about. And always, please remember that you can always participate and express yourself by using that pink cheek smiley face in your menu wheel. When you click on it, it offers you a wide variety of options with which to express yourself. I'll leave it to you to choose which one's the most appropriate. But if I could, I'd like to reserve one if I can. All right, because this is a giant hand sticking out of your head, and there's nothing more distracting than that. We're going to use this as our special signal. All right, and speaking of text, text isn't always a bad thing. You'll notice that this event has closed captioning enabled, and this is very useful if you have any hearing issues or if you experience any of the sound issues that could sometimes happen in Altspace where somebody's voice gets garbled. You can just look down at the transcript to get a sense of what that person's saying. Also, if English isn't your first language, this is a great way to follow along. Please be in mind it's not 100%. It's not 100% accurate just yet, but it is enough to give you some idea of what's going on up here. And we like it. It's been very useful. If you'd like to give this a try, what you can do is click on the blue and white triangle in your lower left. And when you click on this, you'll see all these tabs at the very bottom. One of those tabs is going to say settings. If you click on that on the left side, there'll be all these categories. And right about in the middle, you'll see one that says speech. And if you click on speech, what you'll see there is that you can not only show captions, but you can also set them to be in another language. So if you want to know what, Michael Forrest reads like in French or German or something like that, maybe Italian, you'll be able to open that up and explore some of those options. It's a lot of fun to play with. Yeah, so feel free to make use of that. All right. Now, I've hosted over 800 events in Altspace, and in that time, the question I'm asked the most, more often than any other question, is why are we here? And I've tried to address this. I've tried to make more descriptive event descriptions, which no one will read. I'll put it in the title. I'll put it in the cover art, and people will still walk in about halfway through the show and say, "What's going on?" So what I do is I like to keep us focused with these three little words that I have on the stage right below the podium right there. And that helps keep us on point. So if somebody comes in and says, what's going on? Why are we here? You turn around and you look at them and you say those three little words. And let's practice it now. Why are we here, everybody?
Feed
Feed
a
a
shark.
shark. Feed a
Feed a
All right, a
shark.
little
shark.
more enthusiasm,
Feed
people. Let me
a
hear the music.
shark.
To feed
Feed
a
a
shark. To
shark.
feed
Feed a
a shark.
shark.
Feed a
To feed
Feed
shark.
a
a
shark.
Feed
shark.
a
To feed a
shark.
shark. There we
Feed
go,
a
everybody.
shark.
Now, in order to feed a shark, for a small crowd, that was pretty good. I got to say, that felt nice. I always feel bad for people who are just coming in now and they hear it and they're like, what's going on? What have I walked into? But yeah, that can happen. Now, in order to feed a shark, we're going to need a shark. And fortunately, we have Melvin, Buster, and Fang, and occasionally Sharky to help us out with that. All right, I'm having some issues with my Guardian here that should prove to be interesting. All right, there we go. Let's see. I got this thing with my Quest where the Guardian, the floor level, keeps coming up, racing on me. So like I spend the entire event fighting it and like trying to prevent myself from shrinking. It's really bad. So that can happen. But yeah, so we've got Melvin, Buster, and Fang to help us out tonight. And listen, they look good now, but they didn't always look this way. There was once a time in alt space history where they were fading away to nothing. It was disturbing. But there was a resource in alt space that wasn't being utilized. Space avatars. It turns out every time you leave a space, your avatar is destroyed. Right. So we want to make use of that because we think it's wasteful, and my friends just love avatars. They love alt space avatars so much. And we just thought it was a great match, and so what we did was I became an alt space event host, but still nobody was willing to help me feed a shark. So we created this event in the hopes that, we can really deliver home what we're trying to accomplish here, with these three little wonderful words that guide us in our vision. And it turns out you need some motivation for this, and we have that. We have a 12-piece world building kit that we're giving away. If you want to see what it looks like, in the lobby, we have a sign up showing all 12 items that are there. We're also very soon going to be releasing a holiday kit, so check back often for that. And yeah, we give away prizes. So most of our kits, they have like 12 items in them, and we're going to give it away and mixing those up. So always check back. We're always changing the set. There's always something different going on here. So check back often and look for those things. All right, now, so what we're gonna do now, right? And hopefully somebody's gonna want this prize kit enough to help us out tonight. And the way this is gonna work is you're gonna notice in your lower right there is a raise hand button that has suddenly appeared, as if by magic. And all you have to do is press that raise hand button, and you'll get on our list. Once you're on our list, you'll be able to come on up here and take a chance to help me feed a shark, or go home with a 12-piece bride kit of your very own. There you go. Very nice. All right. Now, so what we're going to do, we only have one person on so far. Okay. Well, I suppose you're all wondering what's going on with this picture up here. All right. We'll be addressing that as soon as we get some volunteers up here. So if you're curious about the picture, or you'd like to, whoa.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Guardian, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, we have some severe guardian. Oh,
He grew.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What happened? You're standing up.
He grew.
It's his guardian.
You're floating.
Max, what's going on with Michael?
His tracking doesn't work properly.
You may have to take over the show.
Oh no.
You may have to. You and Courtney may have to take over the show.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's not a good time.
Maybe he's drawing
Not
a
a
new
good time
guardian
for
right
it to-
now.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh.
He's
He
back.
went-
okay. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Can you all see me?
Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'm
didn't
really
go
here.
away
Okay.
anyway.
Whoa. All right. That was really weird. My guardian just completely gave up on me. The next thing you know, I was thrown back into the real world. I was seeing furniture and all kinds of stuff. Oh, it was terrible. And I knew I was here on the stage. I was in two places at once, and I would jump back in, and then I would get thrown back out. Now, well, I'm back. Hi, everybody. How's it going? It's one of the fun things about a live performance is anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and often does.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do our very best to work around it when these things happen, and this is just an example of that. All right, now in that time while I was gone, there's only 2 people willing to help me feed a shark. Really? Oh, that's very disappointing. Melvin, Buster, and Fang. I told you this was going to happen sooner or later. People will stop helping you out. Wait, we got 3. We got 3 people who want to help me feed a shark right now. All right. Oh, it's gone up to 4. Wow, okay, maybe I should just keep talking to the sharks and see if that number goes higher. Because we like a little variety, don't we, guys? All right, well, let's see. Let's take a look and see who we have on the menu. All right, let's. Oh, we just lost one actually. Oh, I shouldn't have done that bit. All right, let's see here. Let's see. We have Filthy G who wants to be up. We also have Jeff, and we also have somebody that's won It's Shark Time more times than anyone else before. We have Courtney. All right, everybody. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask you if I called your name to come on up to the stage.
Sacrificing
All right.
myself.
Take a moment
for
to get you. Yes, we
science.
appreciate your tireless dedication there, Courtney. And you're a nice cat. For those in the audience who don't know you, Courtney, you've won the show more times than anybody else, but maybe we could tell them a little bit about you if there's anyone out there who doesn't know you. Can we ask how long you've been around Altspace for?
Coming up to close to 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah,
And
time has really flown.
would I be wrong in assuming that penguins are your favorite animal?
They're definitely one of, yes.
And would your favorite food perhaps be chicken nuggets? Perhaps.
I can neither confirm or deny that.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not demonstrating my awesome, psychic abilities. Courtney's just been on the show a lot, and in that time, we've managed to learn a lot about her. So let me ask you, Courtney, where, if you could share with everybody where you're from.
I am from Gibraltar, and
Nice.
I live in the UK.
Very good. Okay. And let's know our other volunteers. How about you, Jeff? How long have you been around Altspace for?
This is only my second day.
Oh, this keeps happening to me every show. Excuse me a second,
Oh.
Jeff. We got another fresh one here, people. What do you think we should do? Should we go with him?
Yeah.
Keep him? I'm hearing keep him. All right, so we're going to do him. All right, Jeff, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the audience wants to see you get possibly fed to a shark. How do you feel about that? Feel betrayed?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Altspace turned their back on you.
Still
Shunned you. Oh, good. We do have a lot of fun here. Well, let me ask you something. What do you think of Altspace so far from what you've seen?
Oh, it's pretty neat. Yeah.
Pretty neat. No, we
pretty
think
neat,
so
yeah.
too. Oh, let me ask you this. Where in the world are you from?
Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida. Cool. Is it warm where you are right now? Because I'm freezing right now. And,
Yeah, we're in 70s, I guess.
Wow. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm not liking
Oh,
Jeff so far.
Fahrenheit.
That's right. Okay. All right. Now, Filthy G, let me ask you. How long have you been around Altspace for?
Maybe a little more than 3 weeks.
More than 3 weeks. Okay. All right,
Excuse the
that's not very
interruption?
long. That's still kind of fresh. Yes, Mr. Producer. What's up?
If Filthy G would please raise his hand one more time.
Oh, yes. We're going to need to make sure you have that. Keep that hand raised
Not
to blue.
literally.
This way we make sure you're on megaphone. Yeah. There we go. All right. You all set? We want the audience to be able to hear you. That can help because you're trying to win them over. Just one vote at a time. If they can hear you, that really helps the process. So you keep that raise hand button blue for me. Can you do that?
Yeah, can everybody...
All right. So you're relatively new to Altspace. What do you think so far?
It's fun so far.
Do you feel like you've had the full Altspace experience? You've chosen to go out like this. It's very brave. Very noble.
Not quite, but I mean,
We're very grateful for your sacrifice. It's amazing, everybody. Just Filthy G's an inspiration to us all, really. Let me ask you this: where are you from, Filthy G? If I can ask.
San Jose, California.
And now, have you always been filthy, or your entire life, or is this a recent phenomenon?
Probably like 10 years or so.
10 years. 10 years. You just said, you know what, soap, that's just not for me. You just decided to go with it. You just decided to own it and discover what life would be that way. That's fascinating. All right, well, if everyone would follow me on up these ramps up here. Up top, we have these yellow X's set up for your comfort and convenience and relative safety. So what we're going to ask you to do is step on one of these yellow X's, make yourself comfortable, because hopefully you'll be here for a while. There we go. Very nice. There we go. Excellent. And now we're going to start out with the very most important question we ask here at It's Shark Time. All right? No pressure here. But let's ask you, Jeff. Jeff, do you consent to this?
Sure.
Do you realize that in the deepest, most unexplored region of the Amazon jungle, this is completely legally binding?
Say that again?
Do you realize that this is legally binding in all the countries and all the places and all the times?
Got you.
You got it. All right. You're saying you're still with it. You still want to do this.
Sure.
You're not going to be one of those runners, are you? We have problems with those sometimes.
No, I'll be straight.
All
I'll
right.
play
You're
by
gonna
the
keep
rules.
it out. All right. Good. All right. Now, Courtney. All right. You do realize that all the many times you've consented is still in effect, yes?
Yeah. Do I not need to sign anything else?
Well, no. I mean, you've consented a bunch of times. That's just legally binding forever. You knew that, didn't you?
Well, there's been different ways of consenting, and obviously,
There have.
the
Yes,
old
there have.
way.
There's been verbal. There's been clicking the
Yes.
button, which we're bringing back. Yeah, there's been a lot
Yeah.
of different versions of it. It's true. And you know what?
That's right.
My legal department tells me it all applies. You're good. I'm just making sure you're okay with that.
That's absolutely fine.
All right, good. Well, we're not going to have any legal problems. That's always very refreshing. And Filthy G, let me ask you, do you consent to this?
Yes. Yes,
And
sir.
you do realize that across all points in time, throughout the entire multiverse itself, in all the different versions of you, you completely agree to play this game by its rules and not be a runner. Filthy
sir.
runner. All right, excellent. Oh, that's good news, everybody. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are together going to determine the future of Altspace and what that looks like. And the way we're going to do this is we can't just, blindly pick somebody to survive. No, we need to get to know our volunteers. And the way we do this is by asking them questions in an attempt to get to know them a little bit better. And don't worry, there's no right or wrong answers here at Shark Time. There's only those answers that convince our audience that you deserve to survive more than the person next to you. That's it. Pretty easy, right? All right, so you all feel comfortable? You're all ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right. Okay. All right. How about you, audience? Are you eager to see who's going to survive this?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, good. Well, let's get started, everybody, and begin our first round. And let's start out with you, Jeff. Is it? Am I pronouncing your name right? First of all, I want to make sure.
That's right, Jeff. Yeah.
All
Right.
all right, good. I want to make sure I got that right because I'm horrible with the names. All right, well, we're going to start out here by asking our audience a question. Here, let's see. Here we go. Hang on. I just got to get my notes together because here we are. All right. Now, how many of you have been to Henry and Matt's weekly barbecue that they have on a nearby island in Altspace VR week after week? It's been going on for years. Anyone ever been there? Anybody?
Yes.
It's every Friday night. Hands up. All right, we got a few of you. Okay. Well, it has to do with this photo right here. You see, I happen to be in the area working on projects, and it's widely known that I have access to a theoretical weather machine. All right. And then this happened. All right. And the admins are asking me some very uncomfortable questions, and it doesn't look good. Now, Jeff, if you're a fan of Shark Time, if you like our show in any way, you got to help me out here because they're asking, like I said, they're asking some very uncomfortable questions. All right. And I'm looking for a plausible explanation to explain that, which in the future is probably going to become known as Exhibit A.
Okay.
All right. So give me some reason how that could happen. Tidal wave type action. Like what could cause that? That has nothing to do with me whatsoever.
Earthquake.
Oh, see? All right. There was a virtual earthquake nearby. You know, there was somebody not bumped into a server maybe and just shook it. Yeah, I like that one, Jeff. That's good. That leaves me out of it completely. That's awesome. All right, you, Courtney, how about you? What do you say? Give me a plausible explanation for this. Yeah, I need a few of them.
It's an overgrown jellyfish that has well, it's flown out of the sea and it's just taken over the whole beach.
Well, I mean, giant octopus
can-
are a problem, so why not a giant jellyfish? That's what I say.
You can
Yeah,
you can
that's
you can
good.
see it's very bright, vibrant, you know, electrical kind of colours coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You know, I didn't look at it that way. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Giant jellyfish, gonna get us all. All right, how about you, Filthy G? What do you say? Give me an explanation for this thing.
It had to be aliens.
Aliens. Oh, I
Alien
like that.
invasion.
What planet do you think they're from, Filthy? Can I call you Filthy? I feel like we go back now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Aliens. I don't know, maybe
Aliens.
from Mars. Aliens.
Mars. Oh, so like close by neighbors, Martian colony. Yeah, they're part of our approval process. You know, I can see that. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So giant jellyfish, alien, possibly an earthquake. All right, now I have answers. Mrs. Producer, if you wouldn't mind, before we take our vote to see how the audience thinks of these answers, if you wouldn't mind destroying the evidence, please.
was never here.
Just
We never saw
a
this.
minor formality, if you don't
fun.
mind. Oh, there we go. Look, everyone, it never happened.
Oh,
Look at that. It never happened. It's gone. Excellent. That's good news. It never happened. I was never there. I wasn't. I was down here rehearsing. That's what happens all the time. All right. So there we go. Ooh, somebody's hands just appeared above Sharky. Sharky, told you not to do that during the show. All right. Now, we want to find out how our audience feels about your answers. All right. So we're going to try to eliminate one of you right now. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to ask you all to turn around and face that back wall because it's super creepy. And plus, it preserves the integrity of the It's Shark Time vote, which is very important to us. Now, our voting system hasn't been working for a while, and the way we've been getting around this is that we have 3 volunteers, but we also have 3 fences. So we're going to use this. Now, if you support Filthy G, what you want to do is stand behind that fence right over there. And if you are supporting Courtney T, what you want to do is stand behind this middle fence right here. And if you are supporting Jeff, who's supposed to be turned around, Jeff, you're supposed to be looking at that wall, protecting the
Yeah.
sanctity of the Shark Time vote.
Can I
Peeking.
say one last thing?
Oh, you can say a few less things, but sure, Jeff. What do you got?
All right, so I had a kidney transplant 12 years ago.
You
So
did.
I've only got one kidney. So if you want to feed a
Gameshow.
shark, my opponent's probably got more meat on them than I do inside.
Oh, I see. I see. I see. You're drumming up sympathy for the
Just
audience. I
wait.
appreciate the strategy.
You will see.
You know, possibly cheating by peeking. But if you support that kind of thing,
No, I didn't
go
see.
ahead and stand behind that fence right over there. All right. Now, while our audience is deciding and they're getting comfortable and they're placing their votes by standing behind the fences, what we're going to do is we're going to check in with our volunteers and see how they're doing. All right. Now, Jeff, you felt the need to bargain with the audience in what might be your last moments. All right. What drove you to that?
Right.
And how do you feel about it?
I'm pretty sure I can understand
Hello.
what's about to happen.
Cool.
So
You are.
I'm
Okay.
trying to-
Well, let's
trying to
check back
play
with
the
you in a
game.
moment.
Germany? How you doing,
You
Freddie?
feel like you have any supporters out there?
Germany?
Potentially a few.
Said hi, Freddie.
Oh, I see. Excuse me a moment.
Mine
Hang on
was
a
a
second.
logical answer, but not the funny one. So
Okay, well, don't second guess yourself. You know, you may have some supporters out
Gotcha.
there. I see some people that are helping out there. Now, Courtney, how about you? How do you think you're doing?
Well, I mean, I'm stood here, I'm looking at a big picture of Sharky, and yeah, I'm good. But
I'm gonna note that.
probably in the way of voting, I'm probably not doing that well. Maybe
Okay.
got the
Well,
support
let
of
me ask you
Matt.
this. Last week, I happened to notice that this may not be related, but I have to ask. Last week, last show we had, Matt the Scientist won recently, and his total went up by the total number of wins.
Yes.
Is your being on tonight in response to his winning? You know, to keep your numbers high? Be a reigning champion?
Me?
Defend your crown?
Never.
No, I didn't think it was that. I had to ask. I didn't think it was that at all. That would never happen, everybody. Absolutely never.
Never.
All right, now, Filthy G, let me ask you. All right, how do you think you're doing?
I'm confident. I don't think I'm doing the best, but I think I'm doing okay.
Are you sure?
It's a wild guess.
Oh, I see. Okay, let's see. All right. Well, I think we have an answer. I'm going to just head on over to this side for a moment and ask Jeff a couple more questions if it's okay. Now, Jeff, let me ask you something. Do you have any plans later?
I got a couple friends showing up later.
How come you didn't bring them here tonight? Things could have gone differently.
Probably. I'm
You
shark
should always
food,
bring your
aren't I?
friends to Shark Time. It's a good strategy. You know, it helps.
Shark
Let me
food.
ask you this. Is anybody know where you are right now?
Yes.
They know that specifically you're at Shark Time.
Oh no.
They don't. Oh, good news. And the
Yeah.
people that know where you are, they're not the type to press charges, are they? We're not going to have everyone coming around here asking questions.
No.
Oh, good.
Maybe.
Oh, that's excellent news. We love that. Oh, maybe. Well, just remember you consented. So do me a favor. Mr. Producer, if you do the honors, give us a good scream on the way out. And as you go out, please, scream out that you consented. We find that helps. You know, if it makes the
Okay,
process a lot
sure.
easier. Okay. So give us a good scream. Ready?
Mm-hmm. I
There he goes.
consented.
Oh, that was
I
perfect. Look at that.
consented.
See, now I feel bad. Jeff followed instructions. He did all the things right, and all you people turned on him. It can go that way sometime at a Shark Time. All right. Now we're going to ask our audience to mix it up. Change so nobody sees how you voted. Go ahead and shuffle all around. And when you get where you're going, start
did a
moving
good
your hands
job.
back and forth just like that if you can. All right. There we go. Very nice. Well, that's good. All right, we're going to ask our volunteer contestants to turn back around and face your accusers. All right, I like saying that. I know that phase, but I like saying that. All right, so what we're going to do now is we have an opening. If anyone would like a chance to win a 12-piece world building kit, all you need to do is press that raise hand button. I see we don't have a lot of people tonight, so we may not get one. We were going to gradually go on and try to eliminate our volunteers one round at a time. All right, so nobody else wants to help me feed a shark? Really?
One more
Okay.
volunteer. One.
One more hand raise will get us there, everybody. You know, it's a 12-piece world building kit. It's very nice. It starts out with an empty aquarium. You can fill it any way you want. It's got a sound effect, although the sound effect is a little problematic, but it is filled with danger and excitement. You know, we like that here at Shark Time. All right. So what we're gonna do is, it looks like we have somebody else on the list. Who do we have? Let's see. Oh, we have Carp, one of our regulars. Okay. Let's have Carp up to the stage here. All right. Now, Carp's been with us before. He's won a few times, I believe. Carp, do you know how many times you've won?
On the show once.
On the show once. All right. Well,
I got that special time you gave out prizes to everybody.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that's true. You know, well, if we can ask, how long have you been around Altspace for?
About 11 months now.
11 months. Would you say it's been a good year?
Oh, yeah.
And you've enjoyed yourself? You've experienced everything? And, you know, that's it?
Learning new things every day.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's good. It's always good to learn things. Let me ask you this. Can we ask where in the world you're from?
Northern Virginia.
Oh, cool. Very nice. Just have some good times there. All right. So what we're going to ask you to do is come on up here. All right. Just right up here and stand on this yellow X. I'm going to test your platform for integrity. Go. Oh, no, don't step on it. Don't do it, Carp.
Uh-oh.
Mrs. Producer,
Yes.
did we forget something?
Now you're all wet.
I'm glad I tested that first, Carp. I'm glad it was me and not you. My hair's all wet. Courtney, how's my hair? Is that all right? Okay, you good?
Needs a bit of just a bit of zhuzhing.
I need a mirror. Carp, stand completely still. Oh no, I fell again. This is not going well, everybody. This producer, the platform
The
fix?
platform
Yes,
is
it is.
safe.
All right, Carp, stay completely
Yes.
still. I got to fix my hair. All right, here we go. All
Looks
right, so
good.
looking in the mirror. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Well, come on, stand on that yellow Lex there. Get you going. And since you played before, you've previously consented to this, so you do realize that's still binding, yes? You're not going to be one of those runners. All right, good. Oh, excellent. Good. No runners tonight. Oh, that's awesome. Good news. All right, everybody. So we're about to go into our second round, and let's start out this time with Filthy G. Filthy G, are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir.
You are. Oh, that's excellent news. All right. Well, let's see. Fang swam in here this morning, after spending the night over at the local sandbar, which is just over that hill over there, and he was very troubled. And I pressed him for information. It turns out he got into a bit of a disagreement last night at the local sandbar. All right, he was having a bit of a problem with somebody, and he tells me, and I asked him about it. He tells me that some fish, all right, spend their entire lives without ever seeing what's above the surface. All right, and he says that can make them kind of hard to talk to. All right, because some certain concepts they just won't get. All right, and so we're going to help him out by giving him some information that he can use the next time he runs into this fish. Runs into one of those, old disagreeable fish types that is off over in there that you sometimes see. And well, we're going to ask you this: explain water
Explain water.
to a fish. It's never been above the surface.
No.
I guess it's like air. I mean, I can imagine being a fish. I'd probably get tired of swimming.
Okay, but do you know you're swimming, or do you think you're flying? I mean, that's the problem. Fang had trouble explaining.
It must be like being in space. Actually, yeah, that's how I would explain it. It's like being in space, maybe.
Okay, and then when the fish
Less
says
gravity.
"What's space?" How would you explain it?
Where there's no oxygen, where there's no air.
Okay, what's air?
Oh my God.
I know. You'll put on the spot, Filthy.
Yeah.
You understand how Fang felt last night?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think we all do. We've all had those conversations with. Okay, well, let's move on. Put you out of your misery a little bit. Courtney, let me ask you: can you explain water to a fish that's never been out of it?
Water is wet.
I see. And what is that?
Not dry.
What is dry, Courtney?
Dry is not wet.
I see. All right. Do you understand how Fang felt last night?
What's this, Dr. Michael Forrest?
I could probably relate. I think actually
Okay.
Bamba tells me that he knows a bit of something, about what went on. But
Well, I understand that
know.
Bamba knows how to deal with fishes. If I remember right.
yes,
Okay.
He
Everyone, for those
does.
of you who don't know, Bamba's a penguin. All right. Well, let me ask you,
Yes.
Carp. How would you explain water to a fish that's never been out of it?
Well, to explain it to Sharky, he was at a bar last night drinking
Yes.
with some other fish.
Yes.
Water is like what you were drinking, except it's non-alcoholic.
Oh, good answer. Look at that, everybody. Wow, that was a good answer, Carp. I like that. I've got nothing back for you. Well played. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, find out what the audience thinks of these answers. So we're going to ask our volunteer contestants to turn around and face the back wall because, as I said, it's super creepy. And he also, protects the sanctity of the Shark Time vote, providing nobody is peeking. That can ruin everything. All right. So what we're going to do is ask if you support Carp to go ahead and stand behind this fence right over there. If you support Courtney, stand behind this middle fence. And if you support Filthy G, stand behind this fence over there. All right. So now let's take a moment to let everyone get situated. And while we do, Carp, how do you think you're doing? Do you think you got a lot of supporters out there?
I'm indifferent.
Okay. Where do you think Puzzle was standing right now?
Oh, I'm not too concerned. I got seasoning all over my body just in case it's needed.
Oh no! Don't say that. You're gonna upset my friends. Okay. All right. We're just gonna move on a little bit here. Courtney. All right. Those are dangerous words over there. Now, Courtney, let me ask. How do you think you're doing?
Oof, I'm saying a little prayer, a little
I
shark
see.
kind of prayer,
see.
in the name of the Sharky and
Wow.
the holy
see.
Sharkies. Amen.
Okay, wow, you apparently started another faith here. All right, well, we're going to let you explore that in a moment. All right, now, Filthy G, when you got up this morning, did you think it was going to come to this?
No, honestly, I didn't.
You didn't. You didn't know. You
I
didn't
didn't
see
even
this
see
coming.
myself
how,
here.
How could you? I see. Okay. Well, apparently you weren't looking too closely at the event calendar. All right. Well, let me ask you this: did you have plans later?
I was probably just gonna watch paint dry. I don't really have much going on right now. I broke
Okay.
my leg
Well,
about a month
that's good
ago,
news.
so
But
That's my
let me ask you: if
favorite
things had gone
pastime.
differently, if things had gone differently, right? What was your greatest life's ambition?
um, starting a family.
I'm so that's terrible. All right. Well, what I'm going to ask you to do now is, if Mr. Producer would do the honors, and if you could give us a good scream on the way out, I'm told that helps a lot. But let me ask you: does anybody know where you are right now?
No, no.
Oh, that's so
My
good.
cat.
That's like the best news ever. You have a cat?
That's my cat, actually.
What's going to
Yeah.
happen to your cat if you don't come back?
I don't know. He'll
Oh.
he'll manage.
He'll
Cats
manage.
are
Okay. All right,
evil.
everybody. So no reason to feel
Thank
bad,
you.
anybody. All right, Mr. Producer, if you would please do the honors and give us a good scream on the way out, Filthy. Appreciate that. There we go. Well, that
Oh,
wasn't really a
silent.
scream. It was a silent
Oh, I heard
scream.
it. I heard it
Wait,
just now.
a delayed scream.
Ooh.
Okay, a delayed height. There we go. All right, I don't know what that was, everybody. All right, we can ask our audience to go ahead and mix it up, shuffle around where you are, wave your hands around when you get where you're
Good
going,
job.
so we know that it's safe to have our volunteer contestants to turn around. It looks like it's safe, so go ahead and turn around, everybody. Here we go. Not our audience, the audience to turn.
Hello.
Weird. All right, so we're down to two. So we're gonna two people, and we can only have one survivor. We're going to move into our third round now, and and as we do, you may have noticed when you came in tonight, we have a Patreon sign up in the lobby. We also have this buy us a coffee link right there, and this is because we are trying to raise funds to put on, more interactive shows like this one. We're also trying to raise awareness, about some of the troubles that sharks face in the oceans today with the environment, shark finning. A portion of what we collect is going to go to the Bimini Shark Lab. They're a wonderful organization that do a lot of great work. And we want to thank you for helping us to support them. Every so often when we get enough, we go ahead and we adopt another shark. We recently adopted one that we called Sharky, and we had his picture up for a while. We're hoping to get more up there. But we thank you all for helping us out and for coming out to our shows all the time. And those of you that subscribe to our YouTube channel, listen, I'll be honest with you. We like you just a little bit better. True. All right. So now we're going to move into our third round, everybody, and let's see how we're doing. All right. So let's see. We've got two remaining contestants. All right. So we're going to narrow them down by asking them a question. And this time we're going to start out with you, Courtney. Are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Yes. You didn't sound too sure. Are you sure you're ready for your question?
I never sound sure.
Okay. Well, that's good because that wasn't actually the question. All right, let's move on and get you your question here. All right, let's see here. All right, my friend and co-host Sharky often has trouble explaining explaining what. Whoa, okay, I just completely lost my note. All right, everybody, hang on a second. This is terrible. All right, completely blanked out. That's terrible. All right. Oh yeah, okay. Sharky has a lot of trouble explaining what he does for a living. All right, he does. He's people ask him what he does, and anytime he says net or web, or anything like that, whoever he's talking to just swims away. Right? So we were wondering if you could help Sharky explain the internet without using any words like web or net, or pretty basically anything that sounds like a trap.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? It was breaking up.
Really?
But I think that's just
Okay,
me.
well,
I think
I
that's
could
just
try.
me.
I could try. Okay, we'll do it again. All right. When people ask Sharky what he does, Sharky has a hard
Yes.
time explaining what he does because every time he mentions the internet, whoever he's talking to swims away kind of in a panic. So we're hoping that you can help us explain the internet without using any words like net or web or anything that sounds like it could be a trap.
Ah. Okay.
Yes.
So the internet.
Oh, you said net.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
but that's
See,
not
I
my
told you this was going to be
description.
difficult, everybody. Okay. Yes.
That's not my description. So
Oh, okay.
it's
Good.
basically a magical place where you can do anything and everything. And Sharky's
Okay.
basically an influencer. Like
Mm,
he can
yes.
he's like the main influencer of like Sharkstagram or something.
Sharkstagram. Ooh, I just got a great idea. Terrific idea,
Yeah.
everybody. You realize when you consented, all
Yeah, I
the
like that
intellectual
one.
property belongs to us.
I like
There
that.
we go. Sharkstagram, everybody. We're gonna be rich. Filthy rich. If only Filthy was still around to enjoy it. All right. So that's a good answer. We like that. That's very nice. How about you, Carp? Could you explain the internet without using any words that sound like it could be a trap?
Well, the electronic media that Sharky is a spokesperson for shows up to people magically, where he advances the needs of the Shark Time show.
Oh, I see. Well, that's very well done. Very well done. I think the whole use of electric would have had all the electric eels lining up and been like, "Tell us more, Sharky. Tell us more." That would be cool. All right, everybody. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna see how the audience felt about that. All right, and we're gonna actually try to eliminate one more person, see who's gonna be our winner tonight. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask our volunteer contestants to turn around one last time, face the wall. There you go, everybody. Just go ahead and face that wall. There we go. Very nice. All right. Now, if you support Courtney, go ahead and stand over on this side. And if you support Carp, go ahead and stand over on this side. All right. And while you get situated, let's check in with our contestants one last time. Carp, how do you think you're doing?
Well, I think I'm fine.
No way to go.
Yeah, I think you're doing pretty well, actually. I think you're doing really well. All right. Let's see. How about you, Courtney? How are you doing?
There's no one there.
I mean, judging by what you just said, I think Carp is doing pretty well. A lot better than me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we do have some people abstaining. Joanna, if you're over there to abstain, it kind of counts because I said this side and that side. So I'm just letting you know. All right. There we go. Some people just don't want to commit to it. I understand. It's a very difficult choice. It's very tough.
Or maybe they just
we have
wandered
to.
in and they have no idea what's going on.
Have no idea what's going on. When we put the
That's
sign
what I
up,
think
everybody, wait,
happened
this is a
first
good time to clarify. Excuse me, volunteer contestants, hang on. All right, everybody, why are we here? Let's explain it.
Feed a shark.
There we
Feed a
go.
shark.
Yeah,
Feed a
see,
shark.
there's the music. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so nice. All right, well, let's take a count and see how we're doing. Mr. Producer, what's it looking like? Let's see.
Oh, you're gonna lay the responsibility of this on me, are you?
Yes, I
see how
am.
it is.
Yes,
Well, if Hummingbird would choose a side, that would help.
yes,
Hang on.
Hummingbird, if you can make a choice.
Oh,
There we
I
go.
don't
All right. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna-
All right.
I can't
See how it
choose.
is. It looks like it's a close one.
Oh, I don't think we have a
Oh
lowest
wait,
score.
Hummingbird abstained. She just left, went out into the lobby. I don't know how to translate that. Well, that's not a good sign.
I like
It's
them
not a good
both.
sign at all. I thought we had an answer. All right,
She
let's see
refuses
here.
to
So
vote.
let's see. All right, I'm counting here. All right. So, Joanna, it's up to you. All right, let's go ask. Joanna, I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but all the pressure's on you. Which one of these should survive? You can point at one if you're not comfortable using your voice. No, you don't want to point either. Okay, well that's terrible. Okay, Joanna's
She
really
doesn't
not
have
into
enough
this, everybody.
information.
You know what we'll do? We'll know what we'll do. We'll ask
Nine.
another question. That's what we'll do. We'll ask another question. We'll get to the bottom of this. And this could work out. All right, Courtney, let me ask you, why do you deserve to live more than Carp?
Ooh. Well, I don't. And
Don't.
Carp
I see.
is such a lovely man, and he definitely deserves to
Okay.
take the victory.
So you're gonna face being fed to a shark because Carp is super nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
He's a
that's
lovely
very
man.
noble. That's very noble. All right, Carp. Courtney said a lot of nice things about you just now. Right? Why do you feel that you deserve to survive more than Courtney?
I don't.
You don't. Wow.
Courtney's
okay.
a young, nice person. I'm 150 years old. You should
150.
feed me to the shark.
Wow, you look
Yes.
great for 150. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Look at that. What's your secret to longevity?
Alcohol.
Alcohol. I see. Keeps you well preserved. Okay. All right. Well, we're a family show, but we're going to have to explore that thoroughly when the performance is over. Okay. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to take another vote here. If you support Courtney, stand over on this side right here. And if you support Carp, go ahead and stand over on that side right here. And let's take another count. Mr. Producer, how are we doing? Let's see. All right.
Joanna's moving.
I think I'm seeing how this
Well,
is going to go.
it looks as though Fang will be having a cocktail.
It does look that way. All
All
right. Well, Fang is super excited about this. This is really good. All right. So if you could give us a good scream on the way out. But does anybody know where you are? I think I know the answer to that.
Just Puzzler.
Just Puzzler. All right. Wait, Puzzler, real quick. Are you the type to press charges so we know? You're okay with this?
Well, he's supposed to make dessert after this, and I'm not going to get dessert.
He's supposed to make dessert for you. Okay, well, let's see. We're going to need somebody to send Puzzler dessert. You know, so we don't want to put her out this evening. All right. So what would have been for dessert, Carp, if we could ask?
Oh, hot fudge pudding.
Oh, wow. And see, now I feel
Yes.
terrible. And sometimes this
sounds
job's
good.
really tough, Courtney. All right, Mr. Producer, if you would do the honors, please. You know, because I have to hold the hand on the switch this time. We could blame her. That's what we'll do.
I don't mind. Cannonball!
There we go. All right, we'll cannonball the way out. That's the first, everybody. Well done. All right, everybody, mix up how you voted so nobody can see. And go ahead and wave your arms when you get where you're going. Oh, hey, Carp, nice to see you again. Wow, you're late tonight. All right, Courtney, what we're gonna do is gonna ask you to turn around and come on down here on the stage with me, right? All right. Now, normally we're gonna take your picture at the end, but what we're gonna do tonight, all right, just for tonight, we're gonna see how this works. All right, is we're gonna give somebody else a chance to go home with the prize, and actually that'll be two people because Courtney's won before, so she's able to pick somebody else from the audience out. All right, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask you a question quickly before we go. All right, you are a winner, all right, but what we want you to do here, all right, let me just get the phrasing here. See, Buster was raised to never play with his food. All right, and he feels kind of weird about it because we do that 3 times a week here at Shark Time. We do. So we want to know a type of food, all right, that you find fun to play with while you're eating it. All right, and don't say what it is. We're going to give the audience a chance to guess it, and they're only going to get 3 clues to do it. So if you could think of something and give us the first clue, and I'll go check with the audience see if we can get someone else to go home with the prize.
Okay. A food that's fun to play with.
Yes.
Okay.
And just a clue. Don't say what it is.
Yeah. Okay, it's mushy.
Okay, it's mushy. All right, that's the first clue. Somebody tell me a food that's fun to play with that's mushy. And if you could win a 12-piece world building kit. All right, just put your hand up. Let's see. We've got Jeff. Jeff, what do you say?
Mashed
What do you think it could be?
potatoes.
Let's find out. Courtney, is it mashed potatoes?
Yes.
Really? On the first try? Okay. Wow,
Wow.
that was quick, huh? All right. Well, Jeff, listen, tonight
not
you
chicken
are gonna
nuggets.
receive a friend request. I was shocked, Courtney. I was shocked that it wasn't.
Chicken
All right,
nuggets
now,
are
Jeff,
fun.
you're going to receive a friend request from the Sharky himself after the show. Just accept
Well
that friend
done.
request, and you will receive a 12-piece world building kit. That was very good. I think you're the first person to ever get it in one shot like that. That's very interesting. Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right. So you will be receiving if you want to see what's in the kit, you can look out in the lobby. There's a sign up there with all 12 items. If you spawn the bubble sound, please make sure you have your flight on because it's a little dangerous. Fun, but it's a little dangerous. It'll work,
We like
but it's a
danger.
little it's a little dangerous. All right, now Courtney, what we're gonna do, and actually Jeff, if you could raise your hand. All right, and go ahead and press that raise hand button right there. We're gonna have both of you up here to take a picture. Courtney, before we head out though, all right, you still get to pick another winner.
Oh, do
All right,
I?
so if somebody could raise a
Okay.
hand, if you'd like to win a 12-piece world building kit. Anybody hasn't won it yet? Put your hand up like this. Anybody? All right, this is another first. Has everybody in here won a prize kit? Everybody?
The other ramp, yeah.
Looks like it.
No.
Oh wait, Meta Blessed hasn't. Meta Blessed, you want a prize kit? 12 pieces, aquarium themed. It's nice.
Sure, I'll take it.
You take it.
Yeah, there
Courtney,
we
your
go.
choice is between Meta Blessed or Meta Blessed. Who are you gonna pick?
Oh
Phil.
god, that's such a difficult.
It's a tough one.
That's tough.
Oh man.
I mean, on the one hand, you have Meta Blessed, who's done all the things. And then you have Meta Blessed, who's done all the other things. I mean, it's a tough choice. I
The
understand.
other ramp.
I might need to phone a friend on this one.
Phone a friend. Well, that's another show. We don't
Friend,
do
maybe
that. But if
it's
somebody else
twins.
would like to be
Oh.
one of our sponsors, write in.
I say you
All right,
go with
what do you,
Meta
all right,
Blessed.
so what do you say? You're going to pick Meta Blessed? Not that I want to influence you at all.
Meta blessed. Final answer.
Meta Blessed. All right, excellent. So Meta Blessed, do me a favor. All right, tonight you're going to receive a friend request from the Sharky himself. And all you have to do is accept that friend request, and shortly after, you will receive a 12-piece world building kit. If you could press that raise hand button, we're going to have you up to the stage with Jeff. We're going to take a picture to go out on Twitter as we announce our winner. So if you've,
Yeah.
let's see, let's get you up here. Let's see. Let's go open my panel here. We've got Jeff coming up here. All right, very nice. And we have Meta Bless coming up here. We ask you to come on up to the stage, and if we can have all of you stand right in front of this ramp right here, turn around like that in order to face me. Kind of look at Fang. All right, we'll get a good picture going. All right, and if we can ask our audience to come together behind them, right, kind of come together and start throwing all the emojis that you can so we'll get a nice picture. All right, let's see. Here we go. I'm going to get the angle right here. All right, yell out Shark Time in 3, 2,
Shark
1.
time.
There we go.
Time.
That's a
Shark
nice one, everybody. That
time.
looks great. Oh, I like it. All right, everyone. So what we're going to do now is at the end of our events, sometimes we check out the Ravenhall Sea Bus that we've been working on. We don't have any real changes to show you there yet. We're hoping to have something there next week. We've got some supplies coming in. We do have a new addition, a small new addition at the Ravenhall Holiday Camp. If anyone would like to check that out. Anybody's ever not been there or wants to go see the new item that we have on there, put your hand up if you'd like to go check that out. I'm hearing yes. Okay, so we're going to head over there and check it out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up a portal to take us there. But I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. And if you are around this Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, come on out and see us. You'll find us in the events tab of the main menu. The blue and white triangle button right there. All right, let's see here. Let's try the recent places. I'm opening my menus down. Teleport on here. See, oh, here it is right here. Actually, funny story about the holiday camp. It was actually wiped out a couple of days ago. We were working on the space, one of the spaces. We actually uploaded to the wrong template and ended up flooding the entire holiday camp. It was terrible. Not that have anything to do with that tidal wave incident. That I have nothing to do with. All right, let's see here. All right, let's just get rid of that lit text label. All right, so now what we're gonna do here is that we got our portal out. Oh, okay, this is not working. Here we go. All right, good. All right, so we got that all set. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the stage blockers off, invite you all, come on up to the stage, everybody. Just step in this blue light, and I'll see you all on the other side at the Ravenhall Holiday Camp. Thanks for coming, everybody. My name is Michael Forrest, and I'll see you next time.